Welcome Rana Waqar to ECP Pakistan. You qualify your written exam. Kindly introduce yourself.
Sir, I hail from Shahpur, Sargodha. I have done law honors from International Islamic University, Islamabad, and currently I'm working as sub-inspector at Punjab Police, and I'm currently posted in Sargodha district. And in my family, we are two brothers, and I'm the elder one. My hobbies are book reading and YouTube surfing. And I intend to join ECP, for it is a very crucial institution which is working for the strengthening of democracy in Pakistan.
But equally, I think that police department is also doing very well, and it is also a key institution in our society. Then why you are switching from police department to ECP?
You are very right, sir. Police department is a very good department, and which is the first civilian line of defense for a country. But sir, I am working there at a, you can say, lower position, and I think I would have more room for my capacity building and for my impact which I would leave on this country and for my countrymen at ECP, and this is a better opportunity. That's why I intend to join it.
As you mentioned that you belong to Shahpur, Sargodha.
Sir.
Kindly describe a brief history of Shahpur.
Sir, basically it's ironic that Sargodha district was initially Shahpur district. And it was a district having two tehsils, Tehsil Shahpur and Tehsil Bera. From 1893 till 1914. But then Sargodha city, which is current headquarters of Sargodha district, it started developing, and it became so much developed that eventually Shahpur district headquarters was transferred to Sargodha city, and then the name of Shahpur was also replaced with Sargodha. So this is how Shahpur became a tehsil from a district.
Okay. What are some major issues of Pakistan?
Sir, as far as I think, major issues which Pakistan faces right now is the major political instability, law and order situation, and the economic meltdown which we are facing now.
Okay, how we can overcome these problems?
Sir, basically stability, I would rather say stability is the most important thing which would have its bearing on all three of the major issues that we face now. And I'll discuss it in sequence as I told them. Political instability, sir, for political stability or to have a working political system, we need to have a consensus-based system which can of course be democracy. And for this, we need all of our stakeholders, our political stakeholders, to sit together and decide how they are going to run this country. As far as law and order situation is concerned, sir, for a better law and order situation, first of all, Pakistan needs to enhance its capacity to fight with terrorists who are surging after the Afghan Taliban takeover of Taliban. So, along with this hardline, a very hardline, you can say, stance against these terrorist activities and against these terrorists is required, and a whole national level of consensus to combat this menace is required. And the third one, which is of economy, that is the backbone of a country, and we are having a very grave economic situation. And for this, we need working political institutions, working economic institutions, and a charter of economy for this country, because currently our political actors, our political parties and our leaders are fighting over economic issues, and they tend to do same kind of things when they come to government. So, charter of economy is the solution to economic issues.
आप मुझे अपनी 3 खूबियां और 3 खामियां बता सकते हैं?
सर, आई वुड से कि मैं शायद परसिवियर करता हूँ, मैं कंसिस्टेंट हूँ, कि मैं एक जो शायद काम कह लें को हेड स्ट्रांग हूँ, कि मैं जो एक बार डिसाइड कर लूँ वो उसके पीछे पड़ा रहता हूँ. ये शायद एक मेरी अच्छी स्ट्रेंथ है. और दूसरा ये कि अब मैं परफेक्शनिस्ट हूँ, ये आप इसको दोनों तरफ कर सकते हैं इंटरप्रेट कि ये पॉजिटिव भी है और नेगेटिव भी है.
Waqar, do you think there is a need of reforms in Election Commission of Pakistan?
Yes, sir. But there is a need for reforms at Election Commission. Basically, as far as I have read about Election Commission, recently a very big chunk of reforms were undertaken in year 2017, which came in the shape of Election Act 2017, and it was a very good sort of step towards reforming Election Commission and the electoral system of Pakistan. But still, there are some things which need to be corrected, and there are certain areas which have never not been addressed in these reforms.
Can you mention some of the reforms or some of the acts which have come in ECP?
Sir, Election Act 2017 and then election rules of 2017 were the legal framework. Basically, sir, there were a lot of legal statutes which were dealing about election process and electoral, how elections are conducted and how our members, our provincial assembly members and national assembly members and senators are elected. And these were in almost more than 10 kind of statutes, and which were
The system in Pakistan has remained unattentive, most importantly under democratic governments.
Sir.
What do you think, what are the reasons of it?
Sir, I think local government system being at the back burner of our governance system is that our political governments are insecure about their performance, and they think if they sort of go for this grassroots election, their performance would stand exposed, and that one in the mid of their terms. So this is why they are reluctant to go for or even pass legislation for the local government systems in provinces.
What are the three tiers of governance?
Sir, at national level, national government is the first tier of governance in Pakistan, and at provincial level, provincial government is the second tier of governance, and at grassroots level or municipal level, local government system, the third tier of local government.
And what will be the impact upon the effectiveness of 18th Amendment if we neglect or keep neglecting the third tier of governance?
Sir, basically 18th Amendment was carried out for this devolution or delegation of not only political powers, rather financial assets as well, from national to provincial level and then from provincial to local level. And this has not been the case in Pakistan, and this is why 18th Amendment is basically being criticized, that there is no on-ground impact of this 18th Amendment. This has made our provincial government so much strong and financially so much rich, and national government has become, it finds itself in difficult situation to meet its even current expenditures.
Waqar, Balochistan ko haq do.
Sir.
That is the movement.
Sir.
Who is leading this movement?
Sorry, sir, but I am not able to recall exact the name of that very person.
Okay, just mention the party.
गवादर से जमात इस्लामी के वो एक हैं वहाँ के जो अमीर थे शायद गवादर के, उनका नाम रहमान समथिंग, मैं शायद वो रिकॉल नहीं कर पा रहा।
आप मुझे ये बताएं कि जमात इस्लामी ने कराची में भी और गवादर में भी पॉपुलैरिटी हासिल की। जमात इस्लामी और लोकल प्रॉब्लम्स का क्या ताल्लुक है, और उनकी इस जो पॉपुलैरिटी दोबारा से वो गेन कर रही है उसमें कितना रोल है मुकामी और लोकल मसाइल को उजागर करने के हवाले से?
जी सर, बेसिकली सर जो हम फिनोमिनन देख रहे हैं गवादर में या कराची में, वो बेसिकली कि जो जमात इस्लामी के वहाँ के जो लोकल लीडर्स हैं, दे आर सो करिज्मेटिक, और वो बड़े प्रोएक्टिवली अपने जो इलाके के लोकल इश्यूज हैं उनको हाईलाइट कर रहे हैं नेशनल मीडिया में और स्टेट के सामने, और शायद बाकी पार्टीज जो हैं, जो हमारी मेन स्ट्रीम पार्टीज हैं जो कि अब तक पावर्स में रही हैं, वो शायद उस तरह नहीं कर पा रही। तो इस वजह से लोग जो हैं वो अब जमात इस्लामी की तरफ और उन लोकल जमात इस्लामी के लीडर्स की तरफ देख रहे हैं। इसी वजह से लोकल गवर्नमेंट इलेक्शंस कराची हों या कि आपके बलोचिस्तान के हों, तो वो उन्होंने वहाँ पे अपनी कामयाबियाँ ली हैं।
क्या आपका ये ख्याल नहीं है कि लोग अपने छोटे मोटे गली मोहल्ले के मसाइल में ज़्यादा दिलचस्पी लेती हैं बजाय इसके कि नेशनल लेवल की पॉलिटिक्स हो?
एग्जैक्टली सर, जब आपकी जो आवाम है उसकी बेसिक जो उसकी जो अमेनिटीज़ हैं वही अवेलेबल नहीं है उसको, तो वो पहले तो अपनी नाली गली और अपनी जो सड़क है उसके बारे में सोचती है। बाकी जो फॉरेन पॉलिसी के और मेजर मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक लेवल के इश्यूज हैं, दे डोंट केयर अबाउट दोज इश्यूज।
अच्छा वकार, mostly if we look into the history of Pakistan,
Sir.
the dictators are focused more
Sir.
on local governance.
Sir.
I mean, if we trace the history back to Ayub Khan till Musharraf,
Sir.
so local governance system they focused more. Still, their governments were not very popular,
Sir.
or still the effects of those reforms which they initiated, they proved just a ripple, a bubble.
Sir. Sir, you are right when we say that local government system or local governments were only formed in true Latin spirit under the dictators which we had for 3 or 4 times in Pakistan. And the reason for this was basically our military dictators lacked the legitimacy for their rule, and for implying and for establishing these local government systems, they tried to have a legitimacy in this political in their rule. And whenever they left the office and they left the rule of country, the Democrats which came afterwards, they thought of it as a dictator's legacy, and they did the first thing was just wrapping up these local government systems.
Waqar, could you give your opinion upon the resurgence of terrorism in Pakistan in the recent days?
Sir, I would say it's an unfortunate situation that we successfully fought Zarbe-Azb and very fierce kind of operations against these militant organizations, Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan and other IS, IP. But when we needed to consolidate those efforts and consolidate those results of our law enforcement agencies fighting against these terrorist organizations, we as a nation, we as a state couldn't do it, and we sort of went into a slumber, and this gave an opportunity to the terrorist organizations and their activists to research and regroup, and this is what's happening now.
Mr. Waqar, can you explain devolution plan introduced by Pervez Musharraf?
Sir, basically this devolution plan, which was enforced on 14th August 2000, was a governance plan of Musharraf, which devolved the powers of national and provincial level governments to the grassroots level. And in this system, a new kind of local government system was introduced. And one major feature of this local government system was that basically for the first time in the history of Pakistan, local government word was used. Before that, local bodies for this grassroots level government was used, and this also put end to the commissionerate system in Pakistan, and Nazim at district level was made a kind of prime minister level. He had this kind of powers, and the bureaucracy or district coordination officer was and the district police officer were initially under him, but later on DPO or the police was separated from this system, and this was the local devolution
what
plan.
was 8th constitutional amendment?
Sir, 8th constitutional amendment was carried out under President Zia in his dictatorship, and this was amendment in the Article 58(2)(b) of the Constitution of Pakistan, which talks about suspending or dissolving the National Assembly by President.
ओके किया कि आपकी हॉबी में बुक रीडिंग भी शामिल है, तो अब तक कितनी बुक्स पढ़ चुके हैं?
सर एग्जैक्ट नंबर तो मैं नहीं दे पाऊंगा, लेकिन फ्रॉम माय यूनिवर्सिटी टाइम काफी पढ़ी हैं,
ओके,
डिफरेंट सब्जेक्ट.
हैव यू रेड द बुक द इलेक्शन गेम?
No sir, sorry, I haven't read it.
Okay. Okay. Friends Not Master.
जी सर, ये प्रेसिडेंट अयूब खान की बुक है,
Yes.
लेटेस्ट स्टेजेस में लिखी है वाली.
Okay. Okay. Inglorious Empire.
Sir, it's a very good book by Shashi Tharoor, the very famous Indian politician.
Okay. Neither a hawk nor a dove.
सर ये हमारे फॉर्मर फॉरेन मिनिस्टर खुर्शीद कसूरी साहब की बुक है.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me the total area of Gilgit-Baltistan?
No sir, sorry, I won't be able to recall it.
Okay. Okay. Can you explain the role of political parties in strengthening democracy?
Sir, basically, I think political parties are the major stakeholders of our political system, and these are the very institution which needs to be strengthened and made more functional, which isn't the case in Pakistan. And the politics of the so-called electables, which is the of a very unfortunate situation in Pakistan, this can only be nullified by the strengthening of political parties of Pakistan.
Thank you. Good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir.